and welcome back to a new era of Arsenal, Season 2, Episode 6, and we're in, the 21st of December. So as you can see on the league table, nothing has changed since the last episode. We haven't played any league games, we just played the one cup game. So the last episode was the Man City game, where we managed to thump them somehow 4-0. As you can see, they are 6th in the table, so not having maybe quite the season that you'd expect Man City to be, but I mean, to be beaten 4-0 when we struggled against some of the lower teams, particularly, or not struggled necessarily, but not been as consistent as that in getting the goals. That's not the word I'm looking for. Clinical in front of goal. Mark Hughes is still the manager. This will be another tough game because they are 8th in the table. They're not far behind. When points wise, they are quite far behind us, but only a couple of positions. But they're having a really good season. They're probably leading. Everton are probably leading the pack in the hunt for the last European place, obviously just about. But Southampton are in there. Watford are a little bit further behind, and after that it tends to be more. There's kind of sort of 3 or 4, I guess, stages in this season. But yes, we've got today. We'll have a look actually how we got on in the last game. So the last game was a rotated cup game, League Cup quarter final. We beat Coventry 3-2, and it's a kind of a mixture. We were lucky to beat them, but also we were very unlucky to get to the stage we were at. So we took the lead through Reece Nelson just before the half-hour mark. And then Smith Rowe gave us a 2-0 lead just before half-time. All looking rosy, or so I thought. And I was at work recording this one, and I had to minimise it because a phone call come in and people were milling around. And I've come back on about 80 minutes. No, it wasn't 80 minutes. It's come back just as the game was finishing, and I saw it was 2-2. I was like, what the hell is going on? They scored in the 91st and the 93rd minute to make it 2-2. And I mean, if you look at the shots, the match stats, we were absolutely all over them. I mean, they had a good amount of shots, I guess, generally, but we had double what they had in both regards, pretty much. And then somehow we managed to get a highlight straight from the kick-off, and on the 93rd minute, same minute they equalised, Rafinha grabbed the winner. So, a bit of a let-off, but I mean, you can see it's a completely rotated team, but still strong enough to be doing a job. Butland in goal, Maitland-Niles, Soule, Mavropanos, Kurzawa started but came off the bowler. Reece Nelson, Bielik, Guendouzi, Smith Rowe. ZLM started but was removed for Welbeck, for Rafinha for ZLM, and then Welbeck came on for Nketiah. It's his first game back since that massive long injury, so still a bit rusty, still but a very good prospect for us, and hopefully we can integrate him a bit more in the second half of the season. Maybe we don't need to dip into the transfer market. I mean, I don't think we do for strikers anyway. I think we're pretty set there. I don't know how much we will be doing in the January window. We are now trying to turn this into the Invincibles team, or trying to get as many like for likes. I've done a lot of scouting, not just like for likes in terms of bringing players in that match that, but matching the philosophy that Wenger started to adapt around that time as well. Bringing through young players, giving them as many opportunities as possible. So at the moment we're playing Reece Nelson a lot. Bielik played in this game, Smith Rowe, ZLM, Nketiah. Bowler came on. Soule's still quite young, even though he's a massive purchase. Mavropanos is still very young. Maitland-Niles. So we are doing that as well, but we want to try and bring in a kind of an imprint of that Invincibles team. So what I'll be doing at the start of season 3, I'll post up that, and I'll post up who I think we've got who sort of fits that mould, and who we need to bring in, or the sort of players we need to bring in to replicate that a bit more. And I'm probably going to try and have a bit of a clear out as well in terms of some of the fringe players, or some of the players maybe I don't think fit that. Agogo, I'm pretty sure he's played for Arsenal. He did. Yeah, I remember him on the old, I think it was the old CMs, or possibly the old Footloads, I'm not too sure. We've had the draw for the Champions League, and obviously the Carabao Cup semi-final as well. In the Champions League, we have drawn, where is it coming up? So it's just after the new year, of course. We've got Inter Milan. We start away, and then we get the home leg a month later in March. So going quite way into the season. We have it after the sandwich. We've got Chelsea. Oh, look at that run. Everton, who are just in the league places. We've got the League Cup with Tottenham here sandwiched in. Chelsea in the league, Man United in the league, and then Inter Milan. Then we've got Tottenham again in the league, and Liverpool not long after. So a few tough games, all sort of cramming together a little bit. So that will be a real make or break point of our season. As much as that is, now is going to be, we've got a big game against Southampton, and we've got some teams that we should be beating coming up. We've got an FA Cup third round, and then Wolves at bottom, before the tougher run starts. We've got a few winnable games there after this Southampton game. So like I mentioned, we've got Spurs in the Carabao Cup as well, so massive North London derby in there, and it's Man United versus Southampton in the other one. So 4 Premier League teams, 4 big teams. Wolves are the holders and probably about to get relegated from the Premier League. In terms of Inter Milan, Let's see who they had in their group. Actually, I don't know who they. We finished tops. They obviously finished second in their group. Let's see. So they were in Group C. So they qualified second to Liverpool, ahead of Monaco, and way ahead of Sevilla. Sevilla, that's a very tough group. So Liverpool would expect to come through it, and then it's really a choice of the three. Sevilla, a very good team. Finishing bottom on 1 point is very, very strange, with minus 13 goal difference. That's the level of this competition, I guess. So, yeah, we'll jump into today's episode of Southampton. I think I've done the lineups, or we'll just see what's going to say. So, Man City have drawn with Everton, so that keeps them sort of at bay a little bit. Chelsea have won 4-0, so we know we're playing catch up with them. Man United, Tottenham. Yeah, we're playing catch up with all of those. Chelsea is second, Man United are first, and Tottenham are fifth. So they're, what are they? Breathing down the next, are we ahead of them? I think we're just ahead of them. I think we were fourth, weren't we? But we'll jump into the episode now. We'll see the lineups now. So this is what we're going with. We've got Aubameyang up top. We do have one change. In Callum Chambers comes in at right back. Bellerin is out with concussion. But we do also have Mesut Ozil back in after a few weeks. He might not last the whole game, but he's deemed fit enough to play. Maybe not the full 90 minutes, but I say we need him, but after beating Man City the way we did, maybe not quite so much. We did very well in that game, but we've got Socrates holding. Bert Leno just behind them, Kolasinac and Chambers like we mentioned, Mkhitaryan and Iwobi on the wings, Torreira and Elneny in the middle, and then we've got Mesut Ozil and Aubameyang up top. They're going with 4-4-2 as well. They've got Charlie Austin and Danny Ings up front. Is that Josh Sims, I think? Yeah, Josh Sims. Jacob Ward-Prowse playing right, more of a centre midfielder I would feel, but he's playing out wide right. Højbjerg and Romeo, and then we've got Bertrand, I'll never pronounce his name, so I'm not going to try. Vestergaard, Cedric, is that Cedric Fonte or something, isn't it? Or was it just Cedric? Not too sure. And Fraser Forster in goal. On the bench, we've gone for Rafinha, Soulé, Reece Nelson, Lacazette, Pereira, Casino, and Kazawa. They've got McCarthy, Jack Stevens, Barbosa, there we go. Carrillo, Gabbiadini. Don't know who that is. Kamert, don't know who he is, and Gazal. So they've got some pace on the bench, particularly, not particularly up front. Ings isn't a slouch, but I mean, Aubameyang we've got up front, so we're the real pace team. We're not going to hold that up, we don't really need to. Spellerin's missing, we don't send the assistant for that, that's not a big talk we need to do. Yeah, so we are fourth, we've got a game in hand obviously on the some of the ones above us. And it certainly brings us closer to Sunderland as well. And with a free kick, Ozil will take, Torreira's in, and 1-0 after 5 minutes. Great set piece. I have done some work on the set pieces, both in the save and the Cole Shorter one. Free kick to attacking isn't actually particularly one I've got around to doing yet. I've done the throw-ins and I've done the corners. And only attacking. I haven't messed really with the defending of them too much, of any of them. But we capitalise on that one there. The highlight now for Southampton. Can we nick it? We do. Kolasinac does the little action that I don't like in this game, where they've got all the time in the world to take it down, but they make a header. Aubameyang's in, should be two. He has 2 bites of the cherry, but he's not able to save, unfortunately. But great run and great movement to get in behind. Very Henry-esque from the early 2000s. We have whip a corner in. Chambers, weak attempt. Now we've got to regroup, and we do, and it's on to the next one. And I said on to the next one, but there literally hasn't been the next one. We're now coming to half time. I don't even know if we're going to have a half time highlight here. I think it's just going to go straight to the talk. And so far so good. 11 shots, 6 on target. Surrendering the possession a tad, but not too concerned. Limited them to 1 shot, only 6 on target. We're being told to close down Ings. He's getting shots off on the edge of the box. Okay, in this game, long shots are quite OP, so something to be a bit concerned of, but they're not hitting them on target. So at the moment, I mean, if you're a manager seeing a team shooting from distance, if you're expecting a worldie to beat you, you take that. In this game, maybe slightly different at the moment. I don't know if a patch has come out recently that's maybe addressed that a little bit. That was a great ball for Aubameyang that just stopped halfway through, very disappointing. But we come again, it's Callum Chambers, Mkhitaryan, rolls his man, Torreira, buries another one. I think that's the second of the game. Did he get the first one? I think he did. Yeah, he got the flick on from Ozil's free kick. So it's a throw in here. I don't know. I assume that's one of the routines we've worked. But I can't think what one that is, because I mean most of them fairly long, but it's a good drill. We did have one that was set up as what we were kind of using already, which I think I tinkered a little bit with, and I just managed to save it and create it as a routine. But coming off really well so far. 2-0 win away from home against a very good team. Højbjerg drops it into Sims, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick. Callum Chambers, he's off on the hour mark. We're saying so far so good. He's having a good game, so we might have to drop. We might have to drop Ozil. Drop Ozil out. It's the obvious choice, really. Don't think we've got a right back. We don't. We're going to have to drop Soulé in there and hope he can do a job. So we'll pop that in there. hopefully he can do something. Going to make him more defensive rather than support, I think. In fact, we're going to make him a fullback and defend. And obviously we've now put Aubameyang through the middle. I think we might have to make him slightly more deep line, just to try and link up the play a bit more himself. Ideally I like him running in behind, but there's not really much support for that really, so we won't go with that. Now it's a throw in Southampton, 20 minutes to go. And if we can, there's the weak spot. Soule's been caught out, but they've got no one in the box. That's very surprising. They're playing against 10 men. We think they'd be going for it a little bit more. Can we counter our own highlight now? Still knocking it around like we do. When we've got possession, the 10 men probably isn't overly noticeable until we do a stupid ball like that. But we pick it up in the middle again. Torreira's just a man possessed today. Running the show. Drops it back into Torreira from Mkhitaryan. Aubameyang's through. Oh, mistake by the goalkeeper, and he buries it. It was literally just about to hook him for Lacazette. So I thought maybe some fresh legs up there, just some fresh running, which we might well now do anyway. But he gets in behind it, so it looks like a mistake from the goalkeeper. Just maybe the touch just takes it away. But Torreira, yeah, it's like a header, but yeah, it's a terrible goalkeeping glitch in the match engine there. I'm not sure what happened there. Just completely stopped. We'll look at it again. So it's chipped for us. Great ball. There's no hint of offside. I mean, that ball wasn't played there. And he gets through. And yeah, good finish. But, well, easy finish. But we are going to make the change. Oh, we've got a free kick, so we won't make it just yet. Torreira's on the ball. Whips it in. Iwobi back to Socrates. 4-0. We scored as many with 10 men as we did with 11. It's absolutely crazy. But it shows the form and the confidence we're picking up at the moment now. We're bedding some of the new players into the system the way we want to play, and we've kind of gone a lot back to the players that we were using last season because it just worked so well. And really the players that have come in are kind of squad players now really. So Lacazette is going to come on. He's a bit unfit, so he needs a bit of time himself, but Lacazette, yeah, Aubameyang just maybe needs a bit of a break. Mkhitaryan, just because he seems to be made of cheese, we're going to rest and we're going to bring on Reece Nelson. I was tempted for Pereira, but I'm thinking Reece Nelson might give a bit more cover to Soule in front of him. Not that it matters now. 4-0. We're not getting caught from here. We might lose one perhaps, but so we're just going to send a shout out to Concentrate as well, which probably will go wrong because it normally does. Yeah, overwhelmed. Same as them, I'm guessing. Something similar. Doesn't work for them. But Cedric with a throw into Ings. Surprised they haven't just got the two strikers just in the box. I'm just trying to find them, but at the moment they're just not really proving much of a threat. They've had, 3 shots on target in the whole game, and it's a good 4-0 win for us, and that really helps the league table, league positioning out, and we're keeping ground and making ground where we need to. So excellent. Yeah, they're all delighted with that, obviously. So let's see where we're going to come back next episode. I know we've got a bit of a tough schedule coming up now, so it's going to be quite a few episodes, probably quite close together. So we are now 3rd. Liverpool do have a game in hand of us, so they can push us back down to 4th, which would be quite annoying. But hopefully they can drop some points there and we keep our 3rd spot. At least it guarantees a Champions League group stage place. That's the main thing. We're only 6 points off the top now, which is, considering where we were, we've lost 2 games and drawn 3. Not a great run, but I mean, if you look at those games we've drawn, Tottenham, Everton and Leicester. Tottenham and Everton in the top 7, Leicester about mid-table. The losses are, I think one of them is Man United and Southampton. So again, Man United top and Southampton are around us. So, you know, we're beating the teams we need to be beating, and we just need to maybe up our game a little bit against the teams around us. We've dropped a lot of points, so some draws and some losses. A bit like the real Arsenal in real life. In fact, most of them are normally losses. But let's have a look where we're coming back. So we're going to skip the Burnley and Huddersfield games. We'll probably skip the Leicester game. We'll skip the Fulham game. We'll skip Tottenham because we played them recently. We'll probably go as far as... Yeah, we'll probably go to Everton because we know that's a tough game. We're at home in that one as well. If we have time, we'll chuck the second leg of the League Cup in as well for that episode. But we're going to have, Chelsea in here somewhere, Man United over the coming weeks. We played them recently. We're going to have Inter Milan. So we might, again, tag that in this one episode. Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of similar teams featuring. So we want to try and drop a bit of variety in for this season. So we'll do that where we can. So Everton will be an obvious one. So we might even skip Chelsea if I've done a Chelsea episode. I think we beat Chelsea in an episode this season. I'll have a look back through the archives, but I think we'll set ourselves Everton. I'll try and play through all these tomorrow and get to the Everton game. Just cut the waffle out and skip straight to Everton. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please drop a sub. yeah, any comments as well? Anything you might, anywhere you might see any structure in the squad? Any suggestions? I know we're in season two now. Yeah, season 2. Any suggestions for players who might fit that Arsenal Invincibles mould? So anyone who might be a bit of a Patrick Vieira. Doesn't have to be a ready-made. Could be a player. Obviously, 2 seasons in, could be a prospect who we can bed in to make him into that player for maybe next season or maybe the season after. Anyone like that. Bergkamp is one I'm particularly thinking of. Ozil might be one to go, and we drop someone in the Bergkamp role more suited. But yeah, any comments down below in that regard, let me know. And until next time for the Everton game, I will see you later. Take care.